Okay, let's clarify some things with this shot. First, the value of hand placement. So we can see in this high frame, we're catching the ball with the hands on the side, whereas down here we have our hand on top of or slightly behind the ball. And so what that's gonna do as we move up into the shot, okay, and we get to the set point, we can see our hand never really gets under the ball. Versus from this position, as you lift it up, okay, it's gonna be much easier for the hand to get underneath the ball. Look at that, that's a significant improvement. And so as we go and follow through, instead of having this right to left movement, okay, we're going to have a straight shot towards the rim. So just fixing your hand placement on the ball from here to here is going to make a huge improvement. Okay, first drill we want to do is one-handed shooting. So one-handed shooting, our issue is right here at the set point. We don't have the ball in one hand, we have it in two hands. So let's simply do one-handed shooting here, where we're putting the ball on one hand at the set point. Okay, we're taking the guide hand off the ball, right? And we're simply lifting up through the shot, okay? Balancing the ball and releasing it off the middle finger. Okay, you can see here how not having your finger spread, you got an uneven finger, but in any event, we just want to put the ball here, lift up, there. Okay, we can see no right to left movement, and so that we're fixing this position right there. 50 reps every day. Okay, the difference between a distance shot and a short shot, your body has not learned the biomechanics or hasn't transferred it to a longer distance. There's going to be two critical points of the shot. Number one is when your knees bounce, okay? When your knees come forwards and backwards, when the knees come forwards and backwards, okay? And two, when the toes leave the ground. So when the toes leave the ground. Okay, there's going to be some specific checkpoints at each of those, so let's cover them. First, when the knees bounce, okay, down here when the knees bounce, okay, in this lower frame we can see your eyes are basically above the ball or close to it, and here we can see your eyes are significantly above the ball. The ball's more at the chin area, okay? So we would like to have it closer to the frame down here below. Okay, as we move up where our toes are leaving the ground, we would like to have the ball on top of the elbow in this moment. Okay, down here when the toes leave the ground, you can see that it's much closer there, so we want the ball on top of the elbow or as close as possible when the toes leave the ground. Okay, now that we know what we're looking for, let's do some drills. We're just going to reverse engineer it. Drill A, drill B, drill C. If drill C can connect to B, connect to A, we'll have a pretty darn good shot. So first, drill A, we're going to be up on our toes, okay, getting our body used to this position. So we can see already if we draw a line right up through Blake's toes, okay, we can see how off balance he is. Versus my shot there, okay, when I'm on my toes, you can see the bulk of my body is on top of that center of gravity. So let's get that fixed right there. And then two, we want that ball as close to being on top of the elbow as possible, as close to being on the elbow as possible, so we can see we're significantly out of position there, and it's going to lead to an off-balanced and funky shot. So that drill will simply iron that one out. That is an easy one. 50 reps every single day. Okay, now we want to go B to A drill. So now we're putting the knees in a position where they are bouncing. So knees come forward. Okay, knees come forward and bounce. Okay, in this position, we know we want the ball right about where it is. Okay, where our eyes can just see right above the ball directly to the rim, so that's pretty good right there. But then with our body position, we need to get it fixed. So we want our knees right over our toes. Okay, I'm a little bit too far forward here. Blake, you're significantly too far forward. and then we want our butt behind our rib cage, okay, which I do have a good job there, but you have your butt underneath your rib cage. So butt behind the rib cage, boom, okay, knee right over the toes, and then simply stand up, find that B position, or sorry, find that A position that we just worked on, and connect those two. And then finally, just putting it all together. So going from this, the 1-2 step, okay, finding that position with the knees, finding that position with the knees, okay, then finding that position when the toes leave the ground, finding that position when the toes leave the ground. And you can see overall your shot, how off balance you are and how you're bringing the ball backwards. So this ball is going backwards when your feet are leaving the ground. So the feet are leaving the ground, creating force, but the ball's going backwards, which is one of the reasons on this next rep that I go stand behind you and now prevent you from moving the ball backwards. So now that the ball is going to go forwards, okay, and so when the toes leave the ground, here we are in a position where that ball can go forwards. Drill A, 50 reps. Drill B, 50 reps. Drill C, 50 reps. Then go ahead and just shoot a normal shot 5 to 10 feet away from the basket. Okay? Stay at 5 to 10 feet for a week or so. Move to 10 to 15 for a week or so. Move to 15 to 20 for a week or so. Before you know it, you'll be shooting threes. But it's just like a bench press. You can't go from 135 pounds to 225 pounds. You got to build it out slowly, making sure your mechanics are solid. All the best. Best of luck.